Welcome back. Keeping this video raw, guys. So I freaking wanted to quit Amigos Tutoring this week, but guess what? I'm not an employee. I can't quit. I want to show the real. You know, people always see kind of the social media perspective, or they see kind of the end result perspective, but don't really see kind of what the company is or how it actually works. I've been doing this since 2019. And I've been bootstrapping the company ever since. I've never taken on an investment in the company. Everything has been growth just directly through cash flow. And the initial investment was by myself, $200 back in 2019. So I wanted to give some kind of pointers of when you are bootstrapping a company, or if those of you who are thinking of starting a company, you really don't need a lot of money to start. Ideally, starting off with a service-based business that doesn't require a lot of equipment would be my personal recommendation. It's what I did. You don't have to do that. If you have some more money and you have some investors and you want to take on that risk, you can. But this is kind of what most people who don't come from money or who don't have a lot of savings need to do. And it's what I had to do starting on out. I had to start off with just an initial investment of like setting up the corporation, setting up a few flyers, and then from there, just telling every single person that I knew on social media if they had kids to kind of acquire new clients. And from there, you start figuring it out. But thankfully, what's really helped me as well is number one is using a processing system that ideally can give you loans. So for me, for example, I've been using Square since 2019, which is a processing payment platform. Square has a nice benefit that per account that you have with them, and after 6 months, they do give you kind of like mini loans. And that's really what also helped me to kind of grow the company. They start off with a mini loan of anywhere from like $3,000 to $5,000. It's obviously based on your revenue and how much you sell. But that's what I was able to use. And as I opened locations, I was able to get mini loans per account, and per location, I had an account as well. So that compounding effect was really what kind of helped me to get over the hump. So if you are bootstrapping a company, I would recommend to already start using a processing system. Number one, it's much more professional than doing Zelle. I think Zelle is extremely unprofessional. And if you're trying to deliver a product with security, especially if you're just starting out, that is really gonna push people away. I mean, I don't pay anything with Zelle, and if somebody does, I already feel like it's a scam and it's a fraud, and I don't wanna do it. That security of being able to use a credit card, debit card, or cash payments and report it on your Square. Don't not report cash, because reporting cash is also gonna help you to be able to get more funding so you can grow your company. So that would be the first tip that I would give you guys is try using a system to actually record your sales. And not just that, it's also gonna help you make better decisions and see financially what's really going on. A lot of people that do the cash or the Zelle, it becomes a disaster. You don't know exactly how much money you made, and when somebody asks you, how much money did you make this week? How much money did you make this month, this day? If you don't know those numbers, it's really just not gonna be beneficial. Number two is also gonna be really surrounding yourself with people that have a skill set that you don't have, and that also have some empathy. You're not gonna find a lot of these, okay? I've worked with tons of people, and I've hired, fired, people have quit, ended well, not ended well. It happens, okay? It's the life of business. But doing this day in and day out, if the closest people in your company don't support you, don't understand you, or have no empathy, it is gonna be hard. For me, for example, I have my sales manager, Sophia. She's been with me for a while, and we kind of get to bounce back and forth from each other. I've had other people on before. I had my operations manager before, who also had a completely different skill set from me, and it starts building out. I've really had in kind of an administration role since 2019. Really, I started off with one person that was with me for 3 years, which helped me with the sales and customer service. Then I had one operations manager that was with me for about 1.5 years. Had one more operations manager, and now I have my sales. So really, it's been about 4 people that have been consistent since 2019 with me. I mean, I have one of them that's still working with me now currently, who's my sales manager. We're gonna be adding somebody else to the team, because obviously in a company, there's different people that help you with different points of growth. So that's also important to know. And with these 4, I've also had probably, 100 tutors, I gotta be honest, that have kind of rotated over the years of, they were there for 6 months, 3 months, a year, probably over 100, to be honest. They started off for a week, they quit, they came in for 24 hours, they hated the job, quit. It happens. So really surrounding yourself with people that have an opposite skill set of you is something that I would recommend, and that they do have some compassion and understanding. Treat them like their owners. Obviously, some of my tutors that are independent contractors, I don't really involve in a lot of things, but the people who are closest to you, who are salaried employees, treat them like owners, show them the finance, show them what's really going on so they can understand. You don't want them to have any doubt of how much money you're making, how much money you're not making. Show them the facts so they can see what it really takes to kind of bootstrap a company and keep moving forward. Now, the third tip that I would give, which was kind of personal, is invest in different realms of advertising. This is really what helped me. It is a massive risk, and I still do it to this day. Because sometimes you can invest in people, you can invest in your process, and then you can also invest in advertising. And I just feel that advertising is really important because it really does cure kind of all the problems. If you have sales coming in, you can fix the operations. If you have sales coming in, you can fix the people. But if you have no sales coming in, you're out of money, you're out of cash. So for me, advertising is really gonna focus in bootstrapping the company. And just because I figured out some ways doesn't mean that I just did it right from the get-go. I had to try flyers, Instagram, Facebook, different ads, talking to people, business partnerships. I had to try a bunch of stuff, which I wasted time, I wasted money, but I hate using that word wasted, okay? Because it wasn't wasted time, it was part of the process. And I can't tell you what in your business what it will be, but I can tell you that you're not gonna figure it out on the first time. If you do, please tell me about it, because I will be ecstatic for you and be cheering you on. But it doesn't tend to be that way. So just know that it's gonna take some time and you have to lose some money. It's just part of the business. It's what I call cost of doing business, okay? So number 3 is really focusing on that advertising. And then once you do find one of those realms that really works, pour gasoline on it and then start finding other ones. As you start finding other realms of advertising, you'll be able to grow and scale your business at another level. I do want to apologize for not posting on Friday. For those of you who are following on, I did commit to 2 videos per week. This week, as business was just crazy, I was putting out fires. I was not able to record. I was burnt out. I'm also doing a 12-week cut. So if you haven't seen the video, and I do have a 3-week update video that's also being posted. I'm posting that video and this video both late, okay, so I'm gonna try to catch up with the Fridays and Sundays at 11. But it is difficult, not an excuse, I always have something going on. But I appreciate every single one of you. My next goal is to get to 100 subscribers. Right now we're like at 60 subscribers, so make sure to comment down below what you thought of these 3 tips about bootstrapping. Did you know what bootstrapping was? The first time hearing about bootstrapping, what do you think about it? And then make sure to check out some of the other videos. Thank you guys so much. Let's get to 100 subscribers.